Let's get started. So, we are coming up on 5 years post-op your gynecomastia treatment, correct?
That is correct. Oh my gosh, it's been that long.
Real quick, I want to bring your attention to something. We really appreciate you guys watching, but 96% of you, 96% are watching these videos regularly and you're not hitting the subscribe button. So please go do that now. When you do that, it helps us grow a community, it helps us get the word out, educate others, and in turn, just help others, okay? So hit the subscribe button and continue watching. I was just looking in your chart, which is funny because I remember you. You know, and that's freaking 5 years ago, you know? So I was looking in your chart and I was reading all our notes and stuff. Yeah, it was in August of 2019, I guess. So it's been a long time.
Oh my gosh, honestly, it's been one of the best decisions I ever made. Just getting to that point was pivotal, I guess, in any person's mindset, any type of surgery you have, but the fact that it reflects on your person, on your physique, and your outward confidence is huge. So that's why, again, I thank you guys for the procedure, for the process.
Yeah.
No, I loved it.
Wonderful.
Loved it.
Well, I thank you for reaching out to us to do this follow-up video because, man, I was shocked. I always tell people, I say, yeah, you love us today, day of your surgery and afterwards, right? But then you forget about us, which is pretty much the goal. You know, we don't want you to think about your gynecomastia anymore. We don't want you to think about us. We want you to move on and live the good life, right? So the fact that you reached out and wanted to do this follow-up for other people was such a big deal. And it's just kind of what Dr. Caridi talks about, the brotherhood. And it's cool to see it come through 5 years later, you know?
No, it really is. A lot of the guys I bump into in the gym, you know, of course, many people go to the gym for different reasons.
Yeah.
But a lot of these reasons, sometimes the guys don't talk about it, and some of those issues that we don't talk about would be like gynecomastia, or they notice something's a little bit off if they're taking, you know, hormones, prescribed, whatever, or even over-the-counter stuff.
Right.
So it's kind of, there's this taboo thing about not talking about it.
Yeah, the stigma. Yeah.
You know, but however, you can talk about it because there are options.
Yeah. Yeah, and once you talk about it, it doesn't seem like as big of a deal is the way I see it, you know? And all of you guys that have it are really going through the same thing. You know, I hear the same stories day in and day out. You know, it's very rare that I'll hear somebody say something that's unique, right? So the brotherhood is definitely real. Well, so I see you're wearing this blue polo, and I have to comment on it because that's a shirt that a lot of guys that have had gynecomastia won't wear. I don't know if you remember that. Yeah, because it's kind of form-fitting. It like forms against their chest, and it's embarrassing. And
Correct.
So it's really good to see you wearing that shirt.
No, all I wear, thank you, are polos, and I wear a large, and it's not form-fitting. It just so happens because now I work out more.
Yeah.
I'm able to show off my actual physique without having to wear a double shirt,
Yeah.
or tape or something to hide that.
Right,
You know?
tape. Man, I haven't talked about the taping in a while. Yeah, guys with gynecomastia will tape it, or use Band-Aids. I used to see Band-Aids a lot, and they'll tape it down or use Band-Aids to kind of hold it back so you didn't see it in their clothing. And I used to see it a lot, and I would see it when I was taking the photos in this room exactly, in front of the blue screen, and you would see like almost like a scar where it had peeled off their skin, and I just haven't thought about that in a long time because I haven't seen it in a long time, which is good. But
along with that, and then you'll be able to see, especially so when these conversations pop up, is when the men or when the guys start flexing, but they can't really flex because you see the separation of the muscle and the fat.
Absolutely.
So I could spot it out pretty quick, and then that's where
you're diagnosing it.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know, hey, I see it, bro.
Yeah, it takes one to know one. Yep, I know you're right. So you'll go up and talk to people about this?
In a way, yeah, no, honestly, yeah, because, or they'll come talk to me, and then they'll ask me questions, and then the first thing is like, hey, are you on testosterone? Are you natural? And, you know, so there's, again, another stigma around that, and I'm all like, well, no, I mean, it's a combination of things that you can do, and then I tell them, yes, I was on prescribed testosterone, and I also did kind of the bro science.
Yeah.
And then they always are like, well, what's a risk? I said, every guy is different. Everyone's going to have a different risk. It just so happens with me, I happen to have gynecomastia, but it started when I was taking over-the-counter testosterone pills.
Yeah.
And I remember the puffiness first, and it wasn't injections. It wasn't, ordering medication from Mexico or anything like that.
Yeah, no street drugs. It just, yeah. Well, it's funny you actually say that because everybody thinks that if you go to GNC that, of course, none of that would give you gynecomastia. I hear that probably more often than not that they get, when it's hormone-induced gynecomastia, it's like it came from stuff they got at GNC. So I do want to bring awareness to that, and that you got to really be careful with any of that stuff that you're taking because it can cause gynecomastia.
No, it's right. And literally, I remember seeing, and it's kind of funny, the puffiness of the nipples first.
Yeah.
I was outside, and I happened to glance at my reflection on the truck window.
Yeah.
And then I saw him, I'm like, wait a minute, that was never there. And I remembered having to take over-the-counter testosterone pills that I got from, I'm not going to say the store, I mean, I can, but
right.
It was your, basic vitamin store, and that's how it started. It wasn't because I was doing something illegal or black market. It literally was over-the-counter products.
That's crazy.
And that's how it started.
So how has your life changed since you had this surgery with us?
I don't think about it anymore at all. My focus now is work, is improving my effort in the gym. So I'm restructuring my workouts in the gym.
Yeah.
I could wear any type of shirt. I don't have to layer or get different colors.
Yeah.
Literally, I could just wake up, put on a regular shirt without an undershirt. It's not a problem. And it's kind of funny because physique-wise, now I know how to work, because when I got the surgery, what I thought was size, it wasn't. It was all fat.
Yeah.
So
you thought it was muscle, but it wasn't.
I thought it was muscle.
Yeah.
And I look at me, I have a big chest. Well, no, it was all fat.
Yeah.
That the doctor removed. So I was like flat chested. If anything, I was more like
concave.
Yeah. So then I had to really double up on working out the chest, but at the same time, you're also improving your legs, you're improving your back, your shoulders. So I think what you all helped me accomplish mentally is I could do it. I could work out. I can have any type of physique that I want now because there's nothing mentally blocking me from achieving those goals. And that's really what you guys did, is you gave me the key to say, stop overthinking. Yes. You're fine. Now go for it.
Right. Man, I love that. Yeah. I've had people describe it as like mental headspace. Like it was taking up all this space in their mind, and it's like you're free from it, and then you get to go just live your best life.
Yeah. For some guys, they think about it and then it overwhelms them. It becomes a huge thing. And for others, they really don't care, which is fine. It's just for those that are bothered by it, you have help. You have avenues. Yeah. Or to get out and do it,
Yeah. And it's easy, is what I think. I mean, truly, we try and make it as easy as we can. The surgery itself is an hour and a half. And then the recovery, it wasn't too bad, was it?
No, I thought I was going to be worse off, but it literally wasn't. It was a compression. No, because you want it off. And I think what helped was the doctor showing pictures of what was removed.
Yes.
So that in your psyche, you're like, wait. I wasn't weak. I wasn't not doing the correct workouts. There was a object inside of you that was preventing you from looking like that. And I think the post-op with the pictures and then touching what it actually is makes complete sense.
Yeah. It seems crazy. Like sometimes still, because I feel like we're kind of known for that, where you get the you'll see the picture, right, of it usually laying on your chest or in the little containers. And then you'll get to touch it, right? And sometimes I'll ask somebody, do you want to touch it? And they'll be like, no. And I'm like, this is the only time you're going to get this opportunity to touch this thing that has been driving you nuts for so long. And usually, I mean, I can't think of the last person who didn't want to touch it. It's like it's closure. That's how it's like, okay, that was there. It's gone. I get to move on.
And if I remember, the doctor's comment was, because mine was synthetic, he says he's never had to work so hard to pull it out of someone
Yeah.
like me. Like for the doctor to sweat over mine,
Yes.
what I had, and I remember him saying that.
And he's
mine was
always
hard, but-
honest about that. If he tells you he had to work, it's because he's telling the truth. Yeah. That is too funny. Yeah, and a lot of times with the hormone-induced gynecomastia, it's almost like stuck down. And so he really does have to work hard. Don't worry, there's been a lot of patients since you that have made him sweat and work hard too. Yeah, he's working hard every day.
Love it.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for this. It's huge, and we just really appreciate you, and I know everybody watching really appreciates you letting us do this little follow-up. And I have a ton of pictures of you, actually. We did lots of follow-up pictures with you. And so, yeah, I just think it's super cool and an awesome thing you did for us today.
Of course, but I appreciate it, and thank you again for all that you guys do. And then being there in the office, it was smooth transition. The pre-op, post-op, afterwards, the expectations.
Yeah.
And then at the end, you all did your part, but now it falls on us to
Right.
make sure we go back into the gym, continue to work out, develop a healthy mindset, work mindset, everything. No, you guys are part of creating the balance that we need that not a lot of people talk about. So we thank you for being purposeful in what you guys do and for helping men really change lives. So thank you.
That's huge. Thanks for saying it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, go live your best life and have a wonderful day.
Will
All right.
We'll
Take care. Bye-bye. Well, that was so cool, wasn't it?
He was awesome.